Morning, it's Angelique. I'm so sorry I didn't pop in here yesterday. I don't know what it is about Mondays. And mine about Mondays, you want to just kind of cram everything in, and I just got a little bit overwhelmed, sidetracked, all that stuff. But what I wanted to talk to you about yesterday actually is this cool little app. You know how I'm always talking about, be aware when you're eating, what you're eating. I know I talk about how you're feeling in that, but there's this really cool app that makes you really, really laser focused on what you're eating. You know, my problem is I tend to like overeat healthy stuff. It's like I'll maybe try to portion control, but you can have too much of a good thing. And even if it's a healthy fat, you can kind of have too much of a healthy fat. A little bit too much wine sometimes. But what's really neat is I discovered this app. It's called Noom, Noom. It's like it costs $1. It's $1 for like the first 14 days. But what's really neat about it, I put a link there. You can check it out. It has you enter like your weight, and it has you enter like what you're eating throughout the day, and you can actually even scan stuff. So this is kind of what it looks like. I don't know if you can see. There's the home and there's messages, because they do have like I don't know if it's a robot or a person, but there is someone who kind of checks on you. They got recipes in there, and they got all kinds of things. What's really neat about it though is that you log in your food throughout the day. Well, after answering questions, because they actually, when you go in for the first time into that link I gave you, they actually ask you some questions, which is really nice. What your goals are, and kind of, I forget what the questions they asked me, but it was a good list of questions. Actually, I was surprised that they actually got in depth with people to actually try to figure out what's the best plan for you. So as far as an app goes, it's pretty individualized, surprisingly. And it like encourages you to take baby steps, which I really like. Like, they're not going to tell you, okay, well, now you got to do 10,000 steps a day. It's like, no, start with 2,000 and then add like 300 a day. And it's cute because it tells you you're doing well, and it has you test your knowledge. And they talk about food cravings, and they quiz you about things. When they take it super slow, day by day, you actually learn quite a bit. So it's just fun. I don't know if I'm going to go past the 14-day trial, because I'm on like day 3. I'm like day 3, and I think I've lost like I've lost 3 pounds already, just by being aware and logging, because I had stopped logging a while ago. And I think it's super duper important that, especially if you're losing weight, or even if you're not feeling quite right, that when you log your food, it's more about awareness. But the thing is too, is that sometimes you think you're doing really well, and then when you actually log in every detail of what you're eating, it's like, oh, I didn't realize I was eating that much. And not just that, is like, what's neat about this app is it separates the food into green foods, yellow foods, and red foods. Like the green foods are like, your fibrous foods, fruits and vegetables and those kind of things. And then you got the yellow foods, they're like your proteins and like clean, lean protein, like organic chicken or whatever, but you can tell them what you're eating. And then there's the red foods, those like the red meats and like heavy fat things, which you could take with a grain of salt, but it's just more an awareness thing. It's really, go and check it out. Go and check it out, just for fun. And I'd love for you to go and check it out, and go in the comments below and tell me what you think of it, because I think it's really interesting. Because I find that if people use this, I would like to actually would do this as part of my practice. It'd be really interesting to work with people one-on-one, because it's one thing to log your stuff and do this on your own, but when you're working with a coach who can really help you and support you along and provide accountability, I think this would be a really, really great tool. So check it out and comment below. What did you think of it? I'd love to hear it. So on that note, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.